Klal Yisrael went and told the Mitzri straight to his face that he's willing to shecht his God, and he's willing to do for the Ratzon of Hashem, which is to bring the Korban Pesach, gave a godless to Klal Yisrael. Until that point, the Sforno explains in the beginning of Shmos that Klal Yisrael had a certain slave mentality. And to go to their masters, it was very difficult for them. They felt enslaved psychologically, physically, of course. And that was the reason why they were unable to fight back. They were unable to make a stance against them. And even if they quite possibly outnumbered the Mitzvim, the Maral discusses this, but they had a slave mentality and they were unable to get out of it. And Shabbos HaGadol, it was infused in them, this ability to break out and to go against their masters, the things that were enslaving them. On a spiritual sense, Mitzrayim is always a reference to the Yetzer Hara. And the Yetzer Hara enslaves us. It makes us feel that we're small in certain things. We can't do certain things, and we can't get out of this. We can't. Whether it's the way we daven sometimes, our learning, our batala, our lashon hara, things that we shouldn't look at. There are certain things we're enslaved, and we can't get out of it. And we are just too weak to make a stance against it and say, this is not for me. This is not for Yiddish eyes. This is not for Yiddish ears. This is not for Yiddish mouth. It's too difficult for us. It's not true. And he has godless. He has greatness. And that which he feels is not great in ruchniistic things, it's all not real. Once he's able to make a stand against it, that's the godless that gets brought out. The ability to bring out the gadol inside every person, the greatness, and to take away that which is enslaving him, which isn't real. Someone actually called me a couple days ago. He lost his tefillin, and he was very distraught. He never in his life ever missed a day of wearing that tefillin, and he was all distraught. He asked me if I'll go to the Kaisel to daven for his tefillin. And I made a deal with him. The deal was that I'll go to the Kaisel to daven and he should find his tefillin if he puts a filter on his phone. I know that on his phone he doesn't have a filter. I said if he puts a filter on his phone, I'll daven that he should find his tefillin. So he started to say to me, it's very hard, whatever, and this, that. I said, yeah, it's very hard to go to the Kaisel. Also, it's traffic, and whatever. And also, right? And he said, yeah, but this is something that for the last few years, he's this is his way of life. It's not, and he told me he doesn't look at terrible things. He's not such a big balavarian and this and that. I told him, yeah, but it's also during the daytime and it's hot outside. To go to the Kaisel when it's hot outside, I don't know. So besides, we made somewhat of like a deal. The deal was I'll go to the Kaisel and I'll put a filter on his phone until the end of Ben Ismanim, until the entire Nisan, and then we'll think afterward what it'll be. And the PS of the story is that he found his tefillin. Probably should have checked the trunk of his car, where it's not kedai to ever leave tefillin, but he probably should have checked there anyways. And he called me yesterday and told me that life with a filter is not as scary as he thought. And you see this idea. He was enslaved by something that he thought he can't live without that. I got used to my phone. I got used to the way my phone is, and I can't live without that, which I can understand. The person gets used to a way of life, and I can't be without that. It means a whole new mode of life without hagbalas and doing what I want, and life with hagbalas and boundaries. And it's a very big decision. On the other hand, we don't realize that we have within us a greatness and a godless to stand up and make these decisions, these life-changing decisions, and unleash a tremendous koyach.
Thank you for listening to the Guard Your Eyes Daily Chizuk broadcast. Pass them on to your friends and help spread Kedusha in the world.